check. All right. We alive, baby. What is going on, everyone? It's your boy Ski with Side Hustle Do TV. And today I'm going live. This is the first time I'm going live with the new setup. Super excited. Super excited here. And today I'm just going to be answering y'all's questions. So comment down below a question on how can I help you solve your problems, whatever it might be. I don't care. It can be physical, it can be mental, it can be emotional, it can be psychological, it can be spiritual, it can be financial. Okay, we got a couple financial ones that I'm going to read off, and we're going to go from there. So, first one, my friend Trellis, he wants to know. He said, what did he say? Let's get it right now. He says, should I withdraw the Bitcoin I have right now? I have a huge profit. I'm thinking about taking the profit I made and putting it in the stock market, some dividend stocks, and maybe invest in other 150 back into Bitcoin. What do you think I should do? Well, that's a good question. And your mind's in the right place, Trellis. What I think personally, first, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just asking you questions so you can answer your own questions. So I would say, what is your conviction on Bitcoin? On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely do you think that Bitcoin is going to go? So, for some context, he purchased $150 worth of Bitcoin at $9,000. Bitcoin is now roughly $35,000 at the time of this recording, and he's profited over 4x. So, back to the question. I would say, what do you think the likelihood that Bitcoin is going to go below $9,000? For me, I don't think that this can happen. Well, it can happen, but I don't think it's very likely that it's going to go below $9,000, especially with the where that the economy is at, the way that the stock market is. This is a hedge against all of that. I think it could go to $25,000. I think it could go to $27,000. I think it could go to $100,000. I don't know. I don't know where it's going to go, but I don't think it's likely. If you look at the trend, it goes up, 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 and down like 40%. Up, 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 down 40%. Up, 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 down 40%. But it never really goes back to where it was. So, I'll ask you, what is the likelihood that you think it is? If you don't think it's very likely like me, I would just leave it in there and just invest in other stuff and diversify by continuing to invest. It's a good idea to buy dividend paying stocks. It's a great idea. But I think you should keep riding it out what you have. And if you don't feel so convicted like I do, then maybe recoup your initial investment and leave the rest in there. It wouldn't be a terrible idea to get your $150 back and put it into Apple or whatever it is that you want to put it into. But me personally, I would leave it in there. I would keep investing more. I would dollar cost average, and I would buy more and more dividend stocks. And you want to get to a point where you have no more than 5 or 10% of your entire net worth into the whole stock market or into any one individual stock or cryptocurrency. That's where I think you're the safest, and that's where I think is the best play on your hedge against inflation. So, my friend John He wants to know. Comment down below your questions. How can I? It doesn't have to be money. Let me know what your questions are. How can I help you? He says, I'm thinking of buying a call on AMC, a call option on AMC. What do you think? Well, here's what I think. I was supposed to do some research on call options because I don't really mess around with day trading. I just buy and hold. That's the game that I'm in. I buy and I hold, just like Monopoly. How do you win at Monopoly? You buy all the properties and you hold them forever, and then you eventually win the game. That's the game that I'm playing. But I did some research, and options goes as following. Say you were to buy a call of AMC at $50. That would mean you are essentially buying a insurance against this stock, and instead of buying, say, 10 shares of AMC at $50 and it goes up to $60, you would profit $50 off of a $500 investment because you bought 10 shares. So that'd be a 10% ROI. Well, if you did that same $500 on a call option and it went to 60, you bet it to go to 60 and it goes to 60 from 50, then you would receive a $500 profit. You see, it went up $10, so therefore your profit would be times 100. 10 times 100 is 1,000, and your initial purchase of the option itself would be 500. So you would profit $500. And every $10 above $60 would be an additional $500 profit per stock that you bought, or per option that you bought, per call option. And you can certainly get a lot of money this way, but the problem is, let's say you bet it to go to 60, you put a call option, it's at 50, you put a call option at 60, and it stays at 50. Or it could go down, but let's just say it stays at 50. You then lose all of your entire investment of $500, and you get nothing back. And if it goes to 55 in between what you bet it was and what it is now, then you neither lose money nor gain money. You just receive your money back. So it can be very dangerous, especially in the case of short-term options. Those ones have a more likelihood of soiling their investment. But I personally wouldn't mess around with any sort of options dealing with any of these high volatility. I wouldn't mess around with GameStop. I wouldn't mess around with AMC, Nokia, Dogecoin. I might buy the stocks individually, less than 1% of my portfolio, just so I don't have FOMO. But I wouldn't buy options. You could make a lot of money like that. You certainly could, but it is definitely a gamble, and it can definitely go against you. So comment down below some questions that you want from me. Why am I not live? Why am I not live? Oh, I am live. How's the picture look? How's the sound? All right, what's your guys' 2021 goals? Is it to become financially independent? Financially free? Is it to become have an awareness? Is it to maybe become have a level of self-love for yourself? Comment down below. How can I solve your problems? You can ask me questions about the stock market. You can ask me questions about meditation. You can ask me questions about nutrition. Give me a problem and let me solve it for you. So I got a new setup. Let me know how the sound is. This is the first time I'm streaming with this setup. Let me know how the picture is. Can you see me clearly? And give me your problems. I want to solve your problems for you. I've been asked what types of meditation I do. I'll go over that. So I do what's called a 6-phase meditation, and it literally changed my life. So for me, I believe in God. So mine has sort of a Christian flavor, but you can put any flavor of ice cream that you want to eat. You can eat any flavor of ice cream. But it goes like this. Phase 1 is compassion. Phase 2 is gratitude. Phase 3 is forgiveness. Phase 4 is visualization of your perfect life, what that looks like 3 years from today. Phase 5 is your perfect day today to make your perfect life happen. And phase 6 is your time with whoever, whatever you believe to be a higher power. So for me, it goes phase 1, I visualize the light. The light to me is the creative energy, the creator. And I breathe in compassion, love, understanding. And it comes down to me, fills me up so much so that it fills me all the way up. And then I breathe in again, compassion, love, understanding. And then it fills me up so much that it expands into the room, and it affects everyone in the room. And they would just feel the compassion, love, and understanding radiating through me, from the creator to them. And then into the city, the state, the country, and the world. And that's phase 1. Phase 2 is to think of 5 to 10 things that you're grateful for, because it's scientifically impossible to be grateful and sad in the same moment. Now, the next moment, you can be sad again when you stop being grateful. But when you take a moment and you just be thankful and sit in gratitude, it primes you to be happy. It primes you to receive more of what you're thankful for. And it's scientifically impossible to be grateful and sad in the same moment. Now, it doesn't have to be world beating. Like, you don't have to be thankful for the promotion or the $1 million that you just received, or blah blah blah. It doesn't have to be like that. It can be something very simple as, I'm thankful for this nice hot cup of coffee that I have. And I'm thankful that I have a roof over my head. And I'm thankful, etc. And you just sit in a minute in that. And if you do this day in and day out, you'll notice a difference in the way stuff throughout the day. You'll start to naturally and subconsciously be grateful for more things. And this will, it has sort of a snowball effect. So I encourage you all to, if you don't do this meditation, just sit and practice gratitude. Maybe journal some things that you're thankful for. And it doesn't have to be crazy. It could be anything so small, but just taking time to be thankful for it, it will start to change things for you. Phase 3 is forgiveness. And this one is very easy in concept to forgive people, but it's hard in practicality to take these principles to actually do the thing that is forgiveness. But for me, I visualize the person or situation. I visualize the person or situation that is bothering me or that I need to forgive. And I tell this person or situation that I'm sorry for any wrong that I may have done to them. Because you see, no matter if it be 99% their fault, there's always at least a 1% your fault. So you need to get rid of that. So you need to apologize for the wrong that you have done. And then you say you forgive them for any wrong that they have done to you. And then you visualize them doing the same thing to you. You visualize them saying they're sorry for any wrong that they've done to you and that they forgive you for any wrong that you've done to them. And then I visualize it going to my heart and feeling that. And then for me, like I said, my flavor of ice cream has a creator. So I then ask the creator to forgive me of my sins because I have forgiven those who have sinned against me. And then phase 4, I sit and I think about my perfect life in 3 years. And see, I do 3 years purposefully because we often will overestimate what we are capable of in 1 year, but we underestimate a lot of times what we're capable of 3 years. So I just sit and I daydream about my very perfect life, what it looks like, what it sounds like. I visualize what my family is like, what my finances are like, what sort of house I'm living in. I visualize what my body looks like, how's my health, where I'm at in my career, my investments, so forth and so forth. And then phase 5, I visualize my perfect day today to make it all happen. What can I do today to make those 3 years come true? What can I do today? How can I attack today to make this happen? How can I make this dream of mine become a reality? What can I do today? How can I attack today? And then phase 6 for me is my time with the creator, whoever or whatever you may believe that to be. And I tie all the visualizations, I tie them all back together. And I, again, visualize compassion. I, again, will thank the creator for the things that I'm thankful for. I will, again, bring the forgiveness to the creator. I will then bring my visualizations of my perfect life to the creator. And I ask that it be this or something better because I know that the plan, if it doesn't go the way that I want it, it's going to be something better. So let me know. What can I help you with? And I've done this every day for about 2 years now. And I can tell you that this has completely changed my life. I'm not trying to get you to join my cult or whatever, but I'm just telling you what I've done to help me with my mental health and my emotional health and my spiritual health and everything. So comment down below. What can I help you with? Comment down. You can ask me financial questions. You can ask me questions, my thoughts on certain types of meditations. You can ask me fitness related questions. I'm the jack of all trades and master of none. So comment them down below. How can I help you? How can I help you? What are your goals? Put them in the chat. What's your goal of 2021? You see, there's a law of the universe that states if you focus on something for long enough, and only that thing, it will become a reality. So you got to figure out what that thing is. What it is that you want to accomplish. Just breathe in that air. Feels good. And then, so that's the first thing that I do in my morning routine. um, I'll just tell you guys about my whole morning routine until you guys start commenting down questions that I can solve for you. I get up, try to take a cold shower, just jump right in. First of all, you gotta stop hitting snooze. The snooze button is killing you. It is. So when it's time to wake up, you have to get up and attack the day. And you can do this different ways, but I like to put my alarm clock across the room so it forces me to get up out of bed. And there's been scientific research that shows when you hit snooze, you put your brain in what's called a sleep inertia. And the reason that this happens is because you have these sleep cycles and they last 60 to 90 minutes. And when you finish a sleep cycle, you enter into a new one. And when you finish that sleep cycle, you enter a new one. And if you're lucky, you'll have 4 or 5 sleep cycles in one night. Well, what happens when you wake up and then you press snooze and you go back to sleep for 9 minutes? What do you think happens? Well, if you guess that you enter into a new sleep cycle, you'd be right. And that's why when you wake up, you feel so tired. It's because your brain is like in what's called sleep inertia, and it takes your brain a full 4 hours of being awake to get out of this. And if you do this, the way to combat that, to shock yourself out, is my next thing, which is a cold shower. Taking a cold shower shocks your body, shocks your neurological system out of it shocks it out of sleep inertia, and it will instantly wake your whole body up, wake your whole mind up like a cup of coffee would. I then do my morning meditation after I shower and shave and brush my teeth, yada yada. Oh, I forgot a really simple one that you can add to help you go to the next level is brushing your teeth with your left hand instead of your right hand, or your right hand instead of your left hand if you're left-handed. And what this does is this is a proven way that people have, that it combats against Alzheimer's. And because the reason that it does this is because it's a difficult task that you're not used to doing. And so it uses a different part of your brain, and it causes you to open up new pathways in your brain to sort of connect the dots, if you will. And meditation does the same thing, but in a different way. So then I do my meditation, and sometimes I'll do I am affirmations. I haven't been doing them as much because I've done them for a long time, but I recommend, if you don't have some sort of core foundation of self-love and self-belief, that you do I am affirmations for 20 minutes a day. Like, I am loved, I am worthy, I am whatever it is that you want to be. You have to tell yourself that you are this over and over again. And you have to say it so much that you eventually start to believe it. And that inner voice, you have to pay attention to your inner voice, because if your inner voice is your biggest hater, then that's a problem. Your inner voice needs to be your biggest fan, because if you want to accomplish your goals, the world, your mama, your brother, your friends, they don't want you to be extraordinary. They want you to do well, but only so well as you don't do better than them. And if you have extraordinary goals, that inner voice has to be your biggest supporter because people will doubt you. And if people are doubting you, calling you crazy, that means you're on the right track. So I recommend if you don't have some sort of core self-belief, self-esteem, self-love, that you do that. Let me know. Comment down below your questions. I got 2 people watching right now. Say hello if you're watching right now. I am affirmations. And then I drank my coffee. I usually will listen to Morning Invest. And I start the day. I like to write down my goals. I like to write down 9 goals every day. 3 for the day, personally. 3 for the day, professionally. And 3 big picture abstract goals that really mean nothing. They're just, they mean something, but they have no end in mind or no end that is soon. And when you write your goals down, you want to do what's called SMART goals. It stands for, so like if you have a goal, it could be like, I want to lose weight. Okay, that's a goal, but that's a flat goal, right? And often, even if you lose weight, you're probably going to gain it back because it wasn't a SMART goal. See, a SMART goal, it's an acronym. It stands for specific. So I want to lose weight. Well, how much weight? Measurable is the how much. Obtainable. So you wouldn't be like, I want to lose 100 pounds by next week. No, it needs to be obtainable. What is an attainable goal to lose by next week or by next month? Well, the average weight that you should lose, a healthy weight, would be 1.5 pounds per week. So that would be obtainable because that's still in your healthy range. Reasonable. This kind of goes into obtainable. And time-based. So I want to lose 50 pounds. When? I want to lose 50 pounds by this time next year. And to do this, I'm going to lose 1.5 pounds per week, every week, blah, blah, blah. That would be an example of a SMART goal. And the more specific you get, the more likely it is to come true. Let me know your thoughts. Comment down below. If you're new here, consider subscribing. I'm going to start live streaming often, but I need you guys to give me some problems to solve. I'm like a nerd with this stuff. I like to help people with their financial literacy, their financial problems, their emotional problems. They don't teach us this stuff in school, man. They don't teach you financial literacy in school. They don't teach you how to be financially independent. They don't teach you how to emotional intelligence. Like, this is stuff that they don't really teach you in school. And just through trial and error, becoming obsessed with it, I've learned a lot of things, and I'm still learning, but I just like to pass on what I'm learning. So I believe that I'm personally a healer, an empath, and because of this, I've went through a lot, because that's the role of a healer and an empath. They have to endure so that they can empathize with others. So that's what I've done. I've endured a lot. only to bring me to this moment to hopefully help you. So let me know. Comment down below. Is your free therapist here, your free financial therapist, your free emotional therapist. You having troubles with your girlfriend? Let me know. You having troubles with your bank account? Let me know. Jack of all trades, master of none. Well, there's no questions. I'll probably do this again in 2 days, maybe. Yeah, at the same time, 2 days from now on Thursday. Yeah, we'll do this again Thursday. Unless you have a question, comment it down below. You got a question or a problem, comment it down. If not, if you're new here, consider subscribing. Like that button. Share it to your friends. Maybe they got some problems that they need. They need old ski boy to help solve. I'm not a guru or anything like that. I just understand basic principles, and they're all basic. And I'm striving to be 1% better than I was yesterday. Hopefully, I can help you do the same. But I think that's it for this time. We'll try it again on Thursday. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you. Peace, love, and prosperity.